Hello, it's Steve Earle from Harrington Earle Estate Agents. I'm standing across from 24 View Street in Alphington, which is on the corner of a laneway that traverses approximately 100 metres and terminates at Alphington Primary School. A little further east is Alphington Grammar, the Latrobe Golf Course, and directly opposite, the most desirous aspect, directly opposite Alphington Park, with what was once the paper mills, now having been converted to a residential enclave with townhouses, apartments and houses, and incorporation of some shopping and the likes. If I look to the south, at the bottom of Alphington Park is the Yarra Bend, with its wetlands, bike trails and the likes, and then across into Kew East once we traverse the highway there. So we'll now go across into 24 View Street, situated on a corner of allotment as we mentioned, but also with the side driveway to its southern side. Some 704 square metres approximately, with a traditional Edwardian brick home. Many would have driven past this over the years and wondered at what point would it come up for sale. And that time is now, with our owners having moved into retirement and affording a new owner the opportunity of coming in and buying the property with a view of extensive renovations and perhaps extensions, and or with the appropriate council permissions and the likes, some sort of development, although with the tuck pointed brickwork here, traditional facade, one would hope that the buyer is certainly going to renovate this home and take it back. Upon your entry, we come into an incredibly wide entry foyer, which heads off immediately to our left. First room from the hallway is a main bedroom. Certainly the house has seen its better days, but that's what's going to afford you in this sort of price range to buy this exclusive piece of real estate and do what you will. Back into the hallway towards its end before it branches right into a magnificent lounge area. You can just imagine what this would have been like when the house was new. Bay window out there, looking out to the west and over the parkland. The hallway made that right hand turn. Immediately to the left hand side, another bedroom. There's approximately 1.5 to 2 metres on the northern side between the wall of the home and the laneway. Another feature room with bay window, which was on the right hand side of the hallway, with the bay window looking onto the southern side. And there's approximately 5 metres between the bay and across to the fence line. Corner fireplace that's had a gas and or an oil decommissioned or still in place, but certainly what we wouldn't consider to be working fireplace. Immediately opposite the original kitchen. Big room with the fireplace in the corner. Walk-in pantry. Come back out. I won't take you up here today, but there is an attic loft on a steep set of stairs there, so you've already got a room built into the roof line. A bathroom, somewhat darker in here, but we expect whoever buys the place is certainly going to look at doing full renovations. As we mentioned, the old fuse board there, heading out onto the back landing, which is the old veranda's been enclosed. It's all brick until we move on to this point where this enclosure is timber in the most part. coming out. There's some shedding to the rear now, so a couple of smaller sheds there, brick in nature. First one from a laundry perspective. Second, which has got a timber inbuilt, so it was probably open in the original framework, which is for a garden shed. Then the old toilet, still in place there. Timber built structure here, which runs down onto the laneway and is a garage. Importantly, whilst it's seen much better days, it is going to give you the opportunity of rebuilding something here almost as a matter of right. So the garage there with a wider than single roller door and a decent size here, certainly on some lean and so on, but as I say, you've got the structure, the makings of which you'll be able to utilise the footprint for redevelopment. Looking back up to that loft room on the top of the rear of the home, so terracotta tile roof. Now across through the rest of the gardens, so we can see sizable and deep allotment to the southern side. Looking back towards the front of the property now, and to the side here, timber enclosure of the veranda at the rear, and then the brickwork. As we wander around the brickwork and I'm just looking at the structure of it, it all looks to be in very good structural order and condition. Veranda here probably has had a range of water damage through the front over the years, and just the nature of the patchwork brickwork, you can see that there has certainly been some movement there. But when you look behind that at the tuck pointed brickwork, it's all relatively in very good shape. Head across towards the bay window. And there's been that bit of movement, as you would expect, down on the river flats of the Yarra, but certainly one that is very much worthy of the retention and renovation. I'll take you back towards the front of the property just for a last pan across there. So these are our views as you come to the front gate. Something exceptional, and welcome your inquiry. I'm sure many of you are going to be interested in, there's the bowls club up there at the top of the park, of course. I'm sure that many are going to be keen on getting through the property, and we'll welcome your inquiry and the arrangement of a private viewing under the current COVID restrictions. Thanks, and have a nice day.